Guys, a very, very popular subject is gaining muscle mass, especially when it comes to skinny guys. Now, skinny guys say that they've been cursed with a genetic dysfunction or genetic issue that means they're never going to be able to put muscle mass on. And that's far from the truth. The difference is you have to be very vigilant when it comes to a few things, which is why I wanted to kind of put my 3 top tips together for you without overcomplicating the process, because one of the biggest things at muscle building is people take snippets of information from so many different sources and then get so confused. And with anything, it's better to take 3 things, do them very, very well, and then reassess at the end of the process of going through them. So tip number 1 for skinny guys is to make sure that your caloric intake is relative to your body. And what generally happens is skinny guys need to eat a lot more food than most people. So let's say, for example, you're taking advice from somebody that has a very, very easy time putting on muscle mass. The calories that they put you on will only be enough for you to probably put on 1 kilo over a short period of time. What they will be frightened of is actually giving you the certain amount of calories that you require. So I'm going to give you a little easy formula to work on. Most people around about, say, 70 kilos are going to be eating probably no more than 2 calories a day. One of the biggest ways that you can put on that extra added size is by calculating your current weight by a certain amount of calories and then either working up to that number, or if you've been eating a good amount of calories already, starting on that number. Now, it frightens most people, especially skinnier guys, when I say the amount of calories you need to be on is your weight in pounds multiplied baseline by 20. So just imagine that. Someone that's 200 pounds is going to need to eat 4,000 calories a day to put on some level of mass. And then obviously we've got the training component on top of that. So if I said to somebody 4,000 calories, they'd be like, I'm not going to be able to eat that. Well, when it comes to skinnier guys, there's some other nutritional solutions that I can put in place to make that a little bit easier. But I'm going to be honest with you, even for myself, gaining mass is not easy. Now, I'm not a skinny guy, but I'm certainly not the type of guy that has to eat fewer calories and still put muscle mass on very, very easily, like some of the genetically gifted people do. So when it comes to gaining mass, multiply your current body weight by 20, either work up to that number, or if you're eating around 3,000 calories and not growing, put your calories up to 4,000 and see how you're working out. Tip number 2, skinnier guys are normally generally pretty lean. So in that case, because you're pretty lean, your body's ability to handle nutrients is going to be a lot easier than somebody carrying more body fat. And in this case, this is where I do suggest shakes. And I suggest shakes during the workout, I suggest shakes after the workout, and at least during 2 meals throughout the day, because the digestive system really can struggle to, or you may struggle on your digestive system to eat the quantity of food that I've suggested that you have. So first thing would be to add some intra-workout carbohydrates from cyclic dextrin, and Cytec do a fantastic intra drink which has cyclic dextrin in it. What you can do during the workout is start by having 50 or 60 grams of carbs, the cyclic dextrin, during your workout, and then have 60 grams afterwards with some whey protein. Now that 120 grams of carbs is going to be around 400 or 500 calories, 450 calories, just in and around the workout. Then at another point later on in the day, you can make another shake, a whey shake. If you're going to go with protein and fats, if you're going to go with protein and carbs, you can load that up and like make it into a smoothie style. So if you really think about 450 calories around the workout, 400-500 calories in a shake, or even 2 shakes during the day, you're hitting around 1,500 calories. And that's really not far off kind of 2,500 calories to nicely spread out throughout the rest of the day. So that's a great way of being able to get extra calories in without really compromising your digestive system too much. And the third thing I really want to give to skinny guys is Stop looking at all these workouts that are to do with really high volume. Stop thinking I've got to be training 6-7 days a week to gain muscle mass. A lot of the time with skinnier guys, it's about stimulating the muscle tissue. It's about getting in the gym and lifting. But the more that you try and do in the gym, remember, the more you're going to be burning off and the more output you're going to be burning out. Or burning off. So I would always start your training sessions for a skinnier guy at Monday, Tuesday, say Thursday, Friday, or Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whether you're doing 4 or 5 sessions, and stick them to around about 50 to 60 minutes and around about 16 sets per body part during those sessions. Focus on getting stronger as much as you possibly can. Keep the rest times around 60 to 70 seconds between the sets. Work as hard as you possibly can. Don't chuck in trisets, supersets, giant sets, because all you're going to do is increase the amount of work you're doing in a training session, which is again increasing the output of energy. And when you're skinnier, you need to be trying to conserve as much energy, but causing the damage to muscle tissue so that you can grow. Those 3 things, guys, are the fundamentals that I put in place for skinny guys, and they help you grow very, very quickly. And I'll just touch on one more thing, which is to do with your calories. If your weight is increasing and your body fat isn't increasing, you will be putting on some lean tissue. Expect your muscles to fill out with more calories, and you're going to be holding a little bit more water, especially because of more carbohydrates. But make sure that if you get to that, say, 4,000 calories, 4,500 calories, and you really then have to look at the next step, I would then add in 1 or 2 pretty hefty cheat meals around post-workout times, whether it's big dump loads of sushi, whether or not you're having a burger with a homemade burger and some sweet potato fries from home. But make sure there's a couple of times a week where you get in a good dump load of calories, sometimes not from the cleanest of foods, and then keep assessing your body. But guys, skinny guys can put muscle on, but don't overcomplicate the process. Put these few things in place and let me know how you get on.